All right, hello, and welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. This fine week, we're here to tell you guys our favorite shows, movies, characters, and other miscellaneous awards, and what we like to call the Bingies, and it's the second annual one. You damn right. Every final Monday of the year, you can look forward to this, or you don't have to look forward to it. But before we get into our awards and our favorite shows and characters, we must introduce ourselves. And with you today, my name is Enrique.
For the last time this year, my name is Eli.
What's up? It's T-Max. Feeling a lot better this time, y'all. We're going hard today.
All right. We want to start the show off with a big bang. All right?
Yes.
Because you guys care about the best shows and movies and all that. We don't. We care about the best characters. Okay? And we're going to start with the show that we thought was the best of this year. But we got to work our way up. We got to start with third place. Right, boys?
Yes,
absolutely.
Of course. Yeah, gotta get that slow build up to number one.
But before we give our number 3, we got to give an honorable mention that was kind of disqualified because it came out so much later than everything else. This is probably Eli's. He was really going to bat for this one. The Witcher season 2. Eli.
Yeah, me and Tristan were both pretty strong on this one. Yeah, I'll take it away on this one. We definitely had some recency bias in The Witcher 2, but I'd say a lot of the reasons it's not in the top 3 is obviously because of season 1 being stronger and season 2 just kind of being good for the fact that season 1 was so good. So that's why we left it off in general, I guess.
Yes, that's how I felt. I definitely had to argue that one back. I felt, I was the villain at I was the villain in the back scenes, but I'll take my crucifix.
It was a little bit of a fight on this one, but it was well worth it.
Also, if you're a fan of our first Bingies, this one's going to be a little bit different. We had a collective agreement off podcast on all of our awards, just due to the fact that last one was 3 hours, and we don't want to make anybody go through that again. So
we want y'all to get a 45 to an hour of greatness instead of 3 hours of mediocrity. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's time to kick off the official awards. I'll start us off with second runner-up, as I argued for this one. Shockingly, it is Squid Game at third place for best show. Now, some of you guys may be saying, really guys, you bought into the hype? This year, we didn't watch very many great shows. We watched a lot of good shows. And I feel like Squid Game bordered on the line between good and great. And I thought, despite how people hyped it up and missed the point of the show, it still was executed greatly. And it's one of the few shows where we have no really high-ranking characters from it, but we still enjoyed the show as a whole, which in and of itself earns it some points.
100%. I was going to say, if you have questions on why this is here, since we're not going too much into depth, go check out the review we did, because we break it down very much into detail about why this one was taken kind of wrong by the typical audience of this Netflix show. So,
absolutely.
Yes. Tristan, would you like to take our runner-up?
The runner-up, yeah, that was my show I put on way back in the beginning of the year. It ended up being Queen's Gambit. We this one was a little bit of fighting too. We weren't so sure, but this was one of those where we just had some recall, and it was another one of those where the more we thought about it, the longer it's been since we watched it, we just realized how much we enjoyed that show when we did watch it. We look back at it, we still enjoy thinking about it, still enjoy talking about it. And this show was just quality all around. This one had some good characters, even if none of them were extremely standout. It was a strong group of characters. It was an interesting plot. It was a pretty unique show as it comes, and they executed it very well overall.
And one of my favorite things it did is it didn't overstay its welcome. One season, limited stay, in and out, greatness.
Yep,
absolutely.
Only a few episodes, nothing too long, just kind of a mini series. It was great, and that's what we asked for a lot here, and we got it with that one. So it would be unfair to not have it on our top 3.
Absolutely.
Ironically, our number 1 also followed this philosophy.
Yes.
And Eli, would you like to take away with our show of the year for 2021?
Yes. I would say another philosophy as well is the philosophy that none of these shows really have top-ranking characters for us. They're just really good shows. So with that, our top show of the year, the winner of whatever award we named the best show award, is Erased, the anime on. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but it was.
It's probably on Netflix because they made original live action. So Netflix, unless I edit it out.
Send that check. All three of these were on Netflix. But anyway,
give us
Erased
your
was
money.
a great show, great plot, good. I don't know. There was a good, I guess, switch up between the villain and the hero. Just kind of that dynamic between trying to go back in time, and I don't want to spoil the show, but go back in time and erase, something that happened before it happens again. So
it was good mystery.
Very, very good mystery show. Yeah.
We all love mystery, so if you can give us a good mystery, we're in.
Yes. Only show that I was on the edge of my seat this year.
You're on the edge of your sheet?
I kind of was, though. It was on my bed, so I was on the edge of my sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was literally sitting up, just cold sweating, like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? Yeah, so this one, it would be unfair not to be our top show of the year. This one was obvious.
It was an absolute killer.
One big question for you: does this beat our show of the year from last year, Dark?
No, it does not.
No.
For me, it does not.
It
so it is what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what we're gonna do with some of these awards is kind of compare them to last year's. Yes,
so the reigning defending champion of the universe known as the Binge Boys is still Dark. People, go watch it.
Yes.
It's good.
The best show on Netflix, hands down. You can't compete with it.
I might get clipped and to put it later into retrospect, but I don't know that Dark is gonna get beat for a while.
Hell yeah, because
it's
damn
a long
great.
time. It's so good.
But with everything comes the opposite, the yin to the yang. We gotta go for our worst shows of the year now. I'll take this one because I think I hated this one the most out of anyone. With our third worst of the year, Tribes of Europa.
Ooh.
Dear Lord, did I watch the majority of this show in one sitting, and I wish I never had to watch it again.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't offensively bad. It was so bad that we almost forgot it existed when we were doing this worst show calculation.
Very forgettable.
So take that as you will. Some people, that's worse than just being really bad, Being, mediocre bad is worse. So it's dog shit. Don't watch Tribes of Europa. If someone tries to tell you it's good, it's not. And I'm really upset
again
because they brought in my man from Dark and they still couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah.
The dude who was beating up little kids.
Yes.
It's my fault. It's my fault. I'm sorry. It was a bad show to put on there. I'm going to be honest.
It's all good, G. We're done with it. Who hated this next one the most?
Oh, probably me, dude.
All right, take this one, big
terrible.
dog.
Because I'm taking the next one.
I was gonna say we got Requiem as our runner-up for worst show of the year. Requiem. Oh my God! Speaking of forgettable, man, this one was not. Again, I don't know that it was offensively bad. It was.
I don't know. It was pretty bad.
It was very, very boring. There was just not much going on. The plot line was pretty hard to kind of follow.
Agreed.
It was just very, very hard to pay attention to this one. And same thing. If somebody tells you it's good, I would advise very wisely to stay away from this one.
Just unfriend that
person too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of my life.
I thought it was going to be a good horror show. Instead, we got whatever the hell that was. So don't watch Requiem.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a tough one.
And now,
but not as tough.
Yeah, the big boy.
Let me tell you, our winner this year for the worst show, and bear with me for a second, Cowboy Bebop, the live action.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to rustle some jimmies.
It is.
Some people aren't going to be happy about this one. And to those people, I'm going to tell you one thing. Kiss my ass.
Look.
Take it away, T-Wax.
Look. This show was an embarrassment.
Oh,
Not only was this show just one of the worst translations or representations I've ever seen of another piece of media, okay? They buried the original. They said, hey, you know this thing that everybody loves? Well, we decided as a collective that we were all just going to whip it out and just piss on it together. at the same time, right? That's what they did. They killed the show. They killed some of our favorite characters, people that are beloved by a lot of people in the anime community and the TV community in general, right? But then they had to go and make it so that it wasn't even a great standalone show, you know? You make it through a couple of them and you're like, all right, this could survive. And then they keep going. And it's like, what are you guys doing? It's so bad. Like this one, unlike the other two, was straight up offensively bad. Like this bothered me that they did this to this show. And this is the time where I'm allowed to compare, because if you're going to take something and say, hey, we're making a different version of this, basically, like we're redoing this in a different format, right? You can't destroy the whole thing and call it the same thing. Like, that's embarrassing to me. I'm about done sounding off on these dudes for that.
No. Yeah,
that was beautiful.
I would say I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah,
Netflix.
That was great.
Netflix. You know, I've probably said this before, but you're extra on the list now. Okay, you keep spending money on this kind of stuff. Give us more dark shows. Okay, give us something like that. Go foreign. All right, go foreign more. All right, they make good stuff. You guys don't make good stuff. Stop it.
It was so bad. It's already canceled.
Yeah, I was saying,
for
that's the best.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're not doing
It's
a
been
season
canceled
2.
for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Bless our hearts.
At least I'll never have to know.
So that was the best rant I've ever heard Tristan go on, to be honest. Yeah, that was beautiful, dude.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
So
well, let's veer away from the negativity to some positivity again. We got our best movie award of the year.
Do.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna start off with number 3.
Oh yes,
Since
sir.
I got 1 last time and 2 the next time. So at number 3 for the best movie of the year, we have Godzilla versus Monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah.
And do I even have to explain why this is on the list?
No, you
No.
don't.
There's a monkey, bro, and there's a giant lizard,
A big
and
old
they're
lizard.
fighting. They're fighting to the death, bro. Like, I don't have to explain why this is number 3. I should explain why this isn't 1 or 2, but I'm gonna let the boys take this one away.
We felt as though our critical integrity would be at risk if we put this at number 1 by all grading it at 9.5 or higher.
That was crazy, bro. I
So-
gave this shit a 10.
So we had to hold back, but there was no damn way we weren't giving my man Monkey his just dues, and we did.
Yup.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna take the second one because I think the top one should go to Reek right here, right? Number two on the best movie list. Which now I had just a little baby fight about this one, because I realized I left this other one off because I was being stupid, right? But number 2 on the list, we got Army of the Dead, starring Dave Bautista, right? I walked. Okay, but in all seriousness, this movie was a great action movie. It was a good zombie movie, right? A lot of times these days, they just be making zombie movies to make zombie movies, and no one cares, okay? There's nothing to invest in. They make terrible characters just to make zombie movies, and it don't matter much. This one had a pretty legitimate, cast, had a pretty decent plot, but otherwise, it was just people killing zombies, and Dave Bautista was the man to do it right here. He did a great job. They had some other supporting cast in there, like our man's Dieter, all right, the safecracker.
Oh my
that
God.
dude was awesome.
How you
Right?
do this every time you find a way to plug him in?
I don't know.
No. There's 2 different ones. I'll get to the
I
other
know.
one later.
I know.
Again,
know.
very well said.
But this was a good zombie movie, man. A lot of good action. They didn't just bullshit us too much, I mean, obviously there's going to be some in any zombie movie, but this one had a lot less than other zombie movies, and they actually did some interesting stuff. They brought in some villain type characters inside the zombie movie. Granted, they had their classic tropes as well, but I thought this was well executed. We all enjoyed this as a whole, and so that is why it got our number 2 spot on the best movies.
And don't forget, Godzilla versus Monkey had a monkey. This one had a tigre.
Oh, you're right.
Zombie tiger. That's lit.
Zombies,
Tigers.
tigers, monkeys, big lizards. We're going off here.
Oh
bro.
my.
What we got next?
So sadly, no animals in this one, even though it's named after an animal. And with our winner for
you're
best movie of the year, we have the animated classic, The Witcher, The Nightmare of the Wolf. Now, some of you
Yes.
may be like, why? It's just a short movie. Why do you guys dick ride Witcher so much? I was into this movie expecting it to be bad. Instead, what I
me
came
too.
out with was one of the best damn characters of
Yes,
all
sir.
time.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Anime Vesemir. Now, some of you may have
Yes.
seen The Witcher Season 2. I don't know who that guy is. That's not Vesemir. That's
not my Vesemir.
That's Wesemir. This is Vesemir right here, son. This dude is the amalgamation of everything cool.
No,
He's
that
got
dude in
drip.
Witcher is Lesamir.
He's got drip.
Yeah, that's facts.
He's got hair. He's got necklace. He's got gold. He's got bitches. He's got men. What do you want? He got it.
Oh my God.
I don't understand what you don't understand. He's like Dante from Devil May Cry. If you gave him some cocaine, he snorted it, and then he had a bottle of Hennessy with him. He took a swig out of it, and then fucked your mom.
Wow. He's a perfect Geralt, season 1 Geralt 2.0. He's just an incredible character.
And the
He's
animation
amazing.
in this movie, beautiful.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yes,
So
it was
cool.
great.
I
dude.
hear some of
Loved
y'all
it.
out there talking about the animation ain't good. What have you watched? What are you watching out here that you think is
just
better animation
lying.
than this?
I don't
So,
know,
like,
dude.
they're just
That
lying
animation
out
was-
here.
Come
it
on,
was
man.
great,
They
dude.
talking
This
about the
rivals-
only other thing they seen is Demon Slayer, so nothing can beat that. All right, dog.
Yeah, this
Shut
rivals
up.
some of the best animation sans ufotable. Now that you're coming to me, I watch anime. I know these studios. You can't tell me nothing. This shit is on par with prime Madhouse animation. So don't tell me this show ain't good. Go fuck yourself. The movie's great. It wins our movie of the year. Hats off to those animators.
Yes.
Shout out
Again,
Vesemir.
it does exactly what we were asking for too. It's a shorter movie that doesn't just supply us with bullshit.
They didn't overdo anything in that movie.
Nope. I love it.
They got to a lot of points pretty quickly.
So now the pendulum swings back.
Oh.
And we must talk about our least favorite movies of the year.
Oh, yes.
And I don't want to say something, guys, but I think I want to take that number 1 for this one.
Yeah,
That's
I was going
fine.
to take 2 and
I was
Tristan
gonna
should
take
probably
3.
take 3.
This works
Yep.
out all right, right?
Yes,
Up
sir.
at number 3, and I'm gonna be honest, I fought for this one to even be a little bit higher, because this was tough. But at number 3 for worst movie of the year, we got Space Jam. Dose.
Everybody
Dose.
get up. It's LeBron's Space Jam. He just wants to give you a Warner Brothers ad. Welcome to the Space Jam.
This was
man.
just so they tried to modernize it, and like I get why they would do that, sorta. Like
Let
I
me ask you
understand.
one question, Tristan. Where was the space?
Hey, thank you.
Cyber Jam.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. The Cyber Jam. Good call, Eli. This was no Space Jam. They weren't in space, or no, they were in cyberspace. Whatever. That's not the same. Also, LeBron, I don't like you on the court. LeBron, you did not do anything good in this movie. I'll give you credit. You're a good man overall, in my opinion.
Facts. We said that
Yeah,
on our
no,
review.
that's facts.
He
You a
does
good man.
great charitable work. Unless it's for China, then,
LeBron a good man. Otherwise, I don't like him that much. And this movie did not help his case. I don't know what he was doing out here. It wasn't funny, in my opinion. We didn't even get the right amount or kind of cartoonish, silly violence that I have a great appreciation for. But they tried to replace it with Elevator Ernie, and
it got
hats
close.
off.
That was
Elevator Ernie.
Yeah.
Best part of the movie. Best part of the whole movie was
By far.
Elevator Ernie. But then they changed the whole game of basketball. They were like, this is basketball now. I was like, bro, what? Then they had Don Cheadle as the villain. When on earth have you ever seen Don Cheadle as a villain? Ever. In your life.
Rush Hour 2.
Oh, that's fair. I ain't seen it. That's my own fault.
Rush Hour 2. He says his name's Lee, goddammit. That was some good shit right there.
Yeah, that is.
Was he a good villain in that?
I mean, he wasn't really a villain. He was an anti-hero.
Oh, well, that's a little bit different.
I mean, to be fair, Don Cheadle's sometimes always an anti-hero. I mean, even in Marvel, sometimes he can be an anti-hero.
That do be true. And you know
Civil
what?
War.
My hat's off to Don Cheadle, because he clearly was just, he must have been looking for a check.
Hey, man, that's a big check, boy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Check.
It's a big check. He said, you know what? We've been off a little bit because of COVID, but they're gonna give me this big check out here. I'm gonna give my family some nice stuff for the holidays this year. And
Yes, sir.
so he pulled through for that. It's not like he had much to work with, you know. I feel bad for him because I like Don Cheadle very much, but they gave him the dog for this one. He tried his best. Elevator Ernie did his best, and he almost got us some saving grace.
Arguably bumped it a point or two by himself.
Quite literally.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a 0 out of 10. Instead, it was what I gave it a 2.
2.
Yeah, there you go.
But
Thanks, Elevator.
you guys are gonna have to find out why this was not even the worst movie.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna.
But you'll
go
know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to what you're talking about, the checks. Because if you like this next one, you gotta check your brain. That's all.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, Tristan, I'm looking at you. So the
No,
runner-up
screw
for
you
worst
guys.
movie. Runner-up was Da Vinci Code. Now, we're talking about this one off podcast, right? We're talking about why it deserves a spot. I didn't remember this was even about a fucking treasure hunt, man. I didn't
know what it was
remember.
about. I don't know anyone's names anymore.
I know Tom Hanks. That's all I remember from this movie.
I remember the one bit I had was I called someone Da Vinci.
That's Tom Hanks. He is Da Vinci.
He was Da Vinci the whole time.
No,
Yes.
no, that was Patrick Stewart.
Oh no, you're right.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Patrick Stewart. Okay, yeah. Anyway, this one was terrible. I don't remember it at all. It was one of the probably the most boring movie I saw this year. That doesn't make it the worst because Rick will go sound off next one. But it was super boring, hard to get through. Yeah, it was meant for 80-year-olds, I think. No hate, just, I'm not 80.
Hey man, Tom Hanks is a baller still though.
Oh, no, that's facts, dude. I love Tom Hanks. I didn't like this movie. I hated it.
I love Chet Hanks more.
See, I don't. I don't like
He took
Chet
over
Hanks.
the summer.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking over, I think it's time for me to take over with their worst movie of the year. Tristan said a lot of things about the Cowboy Bebop show that won our worst show award. Much like that, this is an adaptation of a previously existing show. And also an anime called Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you took everything Tristan said and then cranked that bitch up by 12. Because that's what the writers did. They said, oh, this is about a Japanese teenager who gets great grades? No, it's not. It's about an American teen who gets bullied. Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Is the point about Death Note talking about how a god complex? No. It's about Final Destination style kills. Duh. The one good thing this movie had going for it was it had a pretty good adaptation of Ryuk and a great performance by Willem Dafoe.
Shout out Willem Dafoe.
Yes. And I got to give my flowers to Lakeith as well. He tried.
Lakeith tried.
Lakeith tried.
I'm going to blame the script for that one.
Yeah, me too.
I agree.
But also, I was a little bit concerned with the way he kind of tried to portray L. He did a good job doing what he did.
He did anime L in something that's completely separate from the anime. So, of course, it's going to stand out.
Yeah.
Right? So, we get this Light who is a fucking pussy who just wants pussy. So all he does is he runs around saying, may I have a crumb, madam? And that's what he does. He uses the Death Note to try to get some ass. What is that? What is that, dude? You take a show about a guy who wants to become god of the new world, and you turn it into an American teen who wants a girlfriend. That's the greatest bastardization of any property I've ever seen.
Imagine cucking one of the best characters ever that badly.
That's why we don't call him Light at all. They call him Light Turner in the show. He doesn't even get that honor. He is Simp Turner through and through, and you will hear that name later again in this show. Fuck Simp Turner. Fuck the writers of that one, and fuck them for not even bothering trying to watch the show when they made this shit. Fuck you. All right.
Back to some more positivity.
I think pretty much only positive except for one all the way through the rest of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we have the ones with the award names on them, okay? All right.
Oh,
I'm
hell
going
yeah.
straight for the what I want to go for.
All right.
And this is the Binge Boys award titled the Drip or Drown Award.
Yeah.
This year, there wasn't a lot of contenders, but the contenders we had, some of them were pretty strong, boy.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And I think this is a split between me and Tristan for this first one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because there's two people for third runner-up.
We had to give it a tie.
Yeah, because we had to mention both these guys. They were just
Granted,
sick as hell.
I did have to fight a little bit for a tie. I wasn't going to get a full-on third, but I got him a tie.
Now, I will say that my third, making this quick, was Korean Ronaldo, a.k.a. the man from Train to Busan who was featured in Squid Game, because by God, that man is handsome as hell and he can rock a suit.
Yes, he can.
That is a fact.
And that's all I got for that one. If you think anything else, go look up at his model pictures and come back and tell me he don't deserve third runner-up at least.
Right. All right.
Take it away, 3 Max.
Tied for good old third with Mr. Korean Ronaldo out here. We got Johan with the turtleneck. All right.
With the neck.
Oh, wait a minute.
The pause?
No
He's
pause
giving it.
necessary.
Gives
And you
that
saw how he
neck.
dressed up in Monster, bro.
You right. Because, hey, if nothing else, he get the drip for dressing like Anna, too. Right?
Got double
Yeah,
drip.
he was working them streets.
Exactly. He got the double drip. My man Johan was out here making the simple stuff look phenomenal. This dude was fresh to death every time we saw him. And not only that, his whole demeanor was drip or drown. There was nothing
damn
this
right.
man did that he couldn't just get anyone to melt for him.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Absolute baller. This man deserved to be on the list. I wasn't going to go down without a fight to get this man Johan on this list.
Speaking of fighting,
That's fair
I
enough,
think
man.
this one's for Eli, if we're going
I
to be
was
honest.
gonna say,
Yeah.
speaking of wherever he goes, he's got people on him all the time. Just women at his school just want him badly. His name is Kisei from Kuroko's Kuroko no Basket. Kuroko's basketball. Kisei is the most drippy character in that show. Dude, he's got the earring, he's got the swag. Dude,
with
he's
the
literally
earring.
a model. His second profession is playing basketball. He's a model.
Literally.
Come on, man. Like they're trying to. Girls are on him at practice. He's not even practicing. He's over in the stands getting pictures,
He
signing
became
autographs.
a model in a male model in middle school, bro.
Yeah. So there's no reason to not have him on that top 3. Kisei's drippy, but not as drippy as number 1, and that's for sure. That's a
Yes.
consensus number 1, easy.
So, I don't know if you guys ever checked out the reviews for Spider-Man Miles Morales when it first came out, but some reviewers said they didn't like the game because they felt Miles Morales had exaggerated swagger of a black teen. And I said, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
I think the person who did that was white. Because
I think
they know.
he's too swaggy. He's too swaggy. I can't dress like
Yeah,
that.
you made them upset because they know that sometimes these teen superheroes, they be dripped out. Much like our winner of the Drip or Drown Award in 2021, Virgil Hawkins, a.k.a. Static from Static Shock, the cartoon. Man, every rendition of this guy is dripped out of his mind, whether it be the comic books, the Young Justice, this or that, the adult Static from the Batman movie. Come on, man, we don't need to go there because even in this show, this dude is dripped out of his mind. He was going so hard in the drip department, he had to change his fit up for the second half of the show. He was like,
That's facts.
the white and black's getting passe. I gotta go with the black and gold, big dog.
And that was crazy.
And come on, man's got the dreads back when dreads weren't even cool, homie. Come on, man. He was out
rocking
here
it.
balling. And if you think anyone else should have won this award from any other show, you're lying.
That's facts.
But
Shout out Verge.
important question. How does he square up with last year's Drip or Drown winner, Jonas?
No, it was MM, bro.
What are you
Don't
talking
even.
about? You're lying, bro.
It was MM.
Oh, sorry. I had it
bro.
mixed up with a different award. You right. Jonas won a
MM
different
had the
award.
Wu-Tang. He had the
did have the
Wu-Tang shirt
Wu-Tang
and
and
the
the
chain.
Yeah, and the
Yes,
chain.
sir. And I'm dying on the hill saying MM is the most drippy.
I would
dude,
say
'cause-
if we had Young Justice Static in this, I would argue Static, but My man Mother's Milk was wearing the Wu-Tang with the chain,
Yup.
with the clean fade, and the box. Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, no, there's no way, dude. Yeah.
And
No.
he won the Lewis Kaufman Award last year for Drip or Drown, and he stays the winner.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
Come on, man. He's still the winner. You can't hate on him.
100%. All right. I just wanted to double check. We be trying to compare these at this point.
So, do we want to stay positive or we want to go negative?
Let's stay
whatever,
positive
man.
for now.
Okay. I think we should go to Best Villain of the Year.
I like
Yeah.
that idea.
I will take third, because I think I argue for this one, which is our third place winner for Best Villain of the Year is Mr. Yasuo from Erased. Now, you may ask me why, because that motherfucker was evil. He had everyone beat at every corner of the fucking plot. He was doing things he shouldn't be doing. He was killing children, man. What kind of sick bastard kills children? He played it off like he was everyone's best friend. He was no one's friend. And that's great. And then he waited 10 years to come back to kill this little bastard himself, hand-to-hand combat. Sadly, he lost, but, he tried his best. And that's why I had Mr. Yasuo from Erased at third place.
Fair enough. I'm gonna take second runner-up, so Tristan can get this top spot.
That's fair.
I'll definitely need some help from my coworkers here. The runner-up for me for best villain is Light Yagami from Death Note. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, he's not really a villain. Yeah, no, he is. He's a villain. You just need to think a little bit. He's such a good villain that he don't even know he's a villain. He's just out there killing people, not saving the world, not hunting things, just killing people. And he gets a little bit of power hungry once he starts, having that power. I mean, he calls himself God. So I mean, he's definitely the villain of the show, but he's a very, very good at selling that he's the hero.
You follow him, you start to buy into his logic, man. And I think Light was so good, I barely didn't even consider him from the award, because I was like, damn, he's too good. You want to cheer for him. But
exactly.
I mean, that's part of why he is a great villain.
Yep.
Exactly.
He has the Dexter syndrome.
You damn
All
right.
right. But topping the list, right? And part of it has to do with we didn't necessarily want to root for this guy as much. Unlike Light, where it was like he's almost too likable. This dude, evil to his core, quite literally. Don't even know what his deal was. He was a monster. It's Johan again. It's Johan back again, winning the award this time, right? Johan for the entire series. Even if they don't show you exactly how the entire time, this dude controls every aspect of Dr. Tenma's life. Behind the scenes. Straight in the front of the scenes. This dude does every little thing. Here's the thing. I don't even know what the end goal was, really. What was he trying to do? We don't know, but it was pretty rough.
He's just being evil.
He didn't even have an end goal. He just wanted to be pure evil.
He just wanted to erase himself from existence and then disappear and blame Tenma for everything.
Exactly, but he could have done it. It's crazy. This man was beyond a doubt the baddest motherfucker out there. He's just so ridiculous. Everything he did some crazy stuff in this show. He had people killed. Here's the thing, he never got his hands dirty himself. That's another thing that makes him so great. He never got his own hands dirty. Everybody did stuff for him. All right?
Yeah.
And he had the charm, bro. That's why he got away with it so much. He was so good with people that people didn't even realize they were doing bad stuff. He was like, hey, go kill this person. And they were like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll do it. And they were like, he was like, what do you want? And they were like, oh, nothing. I'm just going to do it. And he was like, you damn right. And that is why Mr. Johan here wins our award for the best villain of the year.
Shout out, big homie. Johan pulls out one of the other ones for Monster.
Also, I'm sorry, real fast. Before we get too far, I got to take it back real fast since we already talked about some of the other ones. We did our best movie award, but we got to ask, does our best movie this year, The Witcher: Nightmare of the Wolf, how does it square up with Train to Busan, our winner last year?
I mean, you know how I feel about this one.
I think
it's hard to compare either way, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Train to Busan, so
I think Train's still better for me.
It's tough. They're definitely very different movies stylistically. I think they both did a great job with what they were trying to do. I just feel like Train to Busan maybe had a little bit more of that je ne sais quoi to it, maybe. I don't know how else to say it. But there was just a little bit of something with Train to Busan that had me feeling it.
Understandable.
Fair enough.
So, I don't remember who our last year best villain was, so we're going to say fuck that.
We didn't have it last year.
Well, that's a fresh award. So,
it's a fresh
first
award.
Winner. First winner. Big Johan. So, we're going to go to our next award. One of my favorite awards of every year, and the one that I think was snubbed me last year. Which is Top Ship.
Not snubbed at all, and you know it.
No,
should have been Zuko and Katara.
You know plenty
it would have
well.
been the Top Ship this year for me, but
probably. You know plenty well that our winner last year deserved it.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, bro. So this one, I always look forward to this one. I will take the first
I was
one,
gonna say
or
you
third
gotta
place.
You gonna take the third place?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the third place.
Right,
I have to justify this.
And I got the first one.
Our third place for the America's Top Ship, the best couple, blah blah blah, whatever you want to say. I gotta go with Satoru and Kaio from Erase. Now you may be asking me why. These are children, you sick bastard. Not like that, you asshole. I just thought that their dynamic as kids and him trying to be a savior was very cute, and him helping her out and everything when they were children. I thought it was going to transfer over to when they were adults. I thought when he got out of a coma, she was going to be waiting for him. But she wasn't. She fucked his best friend. Like,
Yeah.
man, come on, man. Not even in movies can we escape this shit. In movie and TV, bro. You gotta, the girl you want, she goes, fuck your friend. She's pregnant, had some children. By the time this dude woke up from a coma, man, he can't have nothing. And then people are trying to tell me, this isn't even the best ship in the show. You're trying to ship this 27-year-old man with some 16-year-old girl? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know about none of that.
So Satoru x Kaya, sadly, it never fruitioned. Much like Zuko and Katara, man. Damn.
Well, keeping that same theme of not really going along with it. Our runner-up is Geralt and Yennefer from The Witcher. We might get it later. I'm not too sure yet. We'll see where the writers go. I don't know if they're going to stick to the story that was written for them.
Or when we get them again.
Or when we get them again. I like their dynamic. I'm not the biggest shipper of them. I think it was stronger than a lot of ships we had this year. There really wasn't many. But this one has a good dynamic. Geralt's kind of just the rough around the edges dude who don't really care about nothing and somehow falls in love with Yennefer, who's just a crazy sorcerer, whatever.
Bitch.
It doesn't really... Yeah, very much a bitch. But their dynamic, I like it just because it's just good comedy. But
it's elite.
Yeah. So that's kind of my explanation for that one.
This one's gonna be a tag team. I'm gonna keep it a B. I can't not say something about this.
I'm gonna introduce it. I'm gonna let Rick take it away. He's got this one a bit more. But our winner this year of the Top Ship Award from the original. All right, the original. We got Faye and Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, damn right.
Take it away, Reek.
Bro, look, man. There was an unkindled flame there, right? You could see it whenever they locked eyes, when they were first introduced to each other in the casino, everything. But I think the best moment of the series culminated with them before Spikes goes off to fight Vicious. When they talk to each other, they get real intimate. Spike gets real close to her face to show her the true pain he has felt in his past life. Spike has been missing an eye this whole time, and he finally let her in on it. You don't even know if Jet knew that Spike didn't have an eye, but He told Faye, and she didn't want him to go. She was crying, pleading with him, but he said, I'm not going to die. I'm finding out if I'm actually still alive. Because by this point, I think Spike, if he had made it out of there, he was ready to be with her. Now, that's headcanon. People could call me a dumbass for that. I'll willingly accept any name call. Because, fuck, dude, I love this ship. It's our top ship of the year. Do I think it beats our previous year? I'm going to have to go with no. I think Jonas and Marta might be one of the best ships of all time.
Jonas and Marta is quite 100%. Elite.
But damn it, dude, I love me some Fan Spike.
Fan Spike is so good. Not to mention that they did that dirty in the live action as well. That was unbelievable.
We don't talk about that. That doesn't exist. Don't even know what you're talking about.
I say it does bring us to 2 awards.
Combo awards.
Combo awards. I'm going to start off with the Wifey of the Year award, though. We got some switch-ups from the top ship, that's for sure. I'm going to take the second runner-up, though. And that, all right, yeah. Bear with me.
I agree. I agree with you.
I know you do, Tristan.
I don't.
I know. We got Lisa from Supernatural. Now, Reek, I'm going to need you to pipe down, all right?
Fuck you.
So, she was really the only girl that we've seen that really genuinely cares about Dean and takes care of him as a girlfriend / wifey / parent, mother, whatever. That's kind of just that means enough to me. The best character in the show has the best ship in the show, and I really like Lisa and Dean's dynamic, and it was very sad to see that one go.
Not to mention the boy Ben, who
yes, incredible mom, incredible wifey to Dean. That's my explanation for that one.
That's fair. All right. Reek, I'm going to let you... Which one do you want?
I want one.
You want one? That's fair.
Yeah, of course you do, motherfucker.
I'm going to give you number 1. All right. Number 2, the first runner-up on this list for the top wifey of the year, we got Anna Nina from Monster again. Monster's racking up the notoriety here this year, right? Anna or Nina, whichever you want to call her by. Absolutely fantastic character. Absolutely fantastic wifey type character throughout the entire show. Well, not the entire show. Most of the show, once she's grown up and she's just helping Tenma throughout his journey. They're trying to work together, figure stuff out, and she's taking care of him. She's taking care of, and here it is again, boys, Dieter. Great mama.
Wow.
Great
You
mama
fucker.
to Dieter, all right? She taking care of him when Tenma can't, because Tenma saved this little dude, all right? Nina watching him when Tenma can't. She does a great job throughout the whole show, taking care of everyone that she comes around, all right? She's helpful to people. She's nice. She's awesome. We love her.
All right. So anybody, I just want to say this now. Anybody who's like, you guys are disgusting. Why would you objectify women like this? We got one for men too, all right? Give us like 5 seconds. But let me tell you something real quick.
I'm going to need to mute my headset.
I've never seen Scott Pilgrim in my life. All right? Never before. I always heard it. I said, it looks kind of lame. It looks whatever. I like the art style, the cartoon, or the comics. I don't really care for it. Live action. I don't really like Michael Cera. Don't like his shit he's in. When I turned my eyes to Scott Pilgrim versus the World, I was like, this dude is going to go fight some dudes and chicks for this girl? Why would he ever do that? And then I saw her. And I said, I don't know about 7, but maybe like 3. I'll fight 3.
Oh my God.
So, Ramona Flowers is the ultimate goth girlfriend, right? She changes her hair every 14 seconds. She dresses so exuberant, especially for the times, very 2000s. But by God, just something about her just drags you to her. I've loved the actress forever. She does a basic as Ramona, where she's got this dude Scott willing to fight 7 dudes. One of them was quite literally like Channing Tatum or something. Come on, man, I wouldn't fight Channing Tatum for nearly no one. But she got him wrapped around her finger. She does it. He even fights an evil corporation owner with katanas. How does the girl do this to a man and you can't consider her for the top wifey of the year? That's all I gotta say, bro. She's number 1.
it's a lot more tame than I thought. But yeah, I'd agree with you.
No, this next one's gonna get worse.
Oh, I know. I agree with you.
So we're transferring from this one because it's a combo award for Wifey of the Year to Daddy of the Year. You damn right, right? Brother, I want to go first. We already mentioned this man. His name's Korean Ronaldo. That's actually not actually his name, but by God, I don't know his for shoot name. So we're gonna call him Korean Ronaldo.
That's what it means from Korean translation to English is just Korean Ronaldo.
I thought this dude was handsome in Train to Busan, but he was giving off more dad vibes, you know? This one, they let him give off business vibes as well again, but this time he had a little bit of swagger with him. He was showing people his pimp hand was strong, you know? He slapped the fuck out of Gyun, bro. He let him know. He said, look, this is how I treat my hoes, okay? And I was like, by God, this man is just so suave, so smooth. In Spanish, suavecito, man. What do you mean this dude's not the best of all time? Then I go on the internet, I see this dude's model pictures. This dude's got a 14-pack.
Yeah.
This dude lets his hair down. He looks like he should be in BTS, my man. He's got tatted up, bro. What the hell you mean this guy's not one of the best of all time?
We definitely need to put a advisory on our YouTube video for even showing a picture of this man, because, ooh.
He'll make you man or woman just cream and melt.
Whoa. Hold up.
And you damn right. And so that's why Korean Ronaldo was third. And if you thought that was crazy, wait till we get continued because this was only third.
All right, Eli, you want 2 or 1 on this one? Because I know you like both of them.
I don't care, man. Whatever you want, whatever one you feel better about, you go for.
Well, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna let you take the 1 on this one. I'm gonna let you take the 1
Alrighty.
on this one. Number 2 on the list. All right, number 2 for the biggest daddy of the year. All right, we got Geralt. And you know exactly why he's on this list. And if you don't, you're lying to us. You're lying to yourself. You just a terrible human being for lying like that. All right? This dude, Henry Cavill, who, granted, never been a big fan of until he did The Witcher. Henry Cavill as Geralt, this man is scrumptious. Even more. That's not even a good. That's not even a good enough word, bro. I can't even put into words how good this man is as Geralt. Oh, this man get into fight scenes. He just, he just beating these monsters up.
He's pounding it out.
This man goes bananas, right? He come out, he all cut up. He like, I'm totally fine though, you know. He never really act like he's that hurt. You know? And so he just like, oh my gosh, he saved my life. No wonder he gets so much ass, right? It just makes sense. It makes sense. There's no reason for him not to, right? This dude is just suave. He's brash, but in the right kind of ways. He does everything right. There's a reason he's up there. And he's beautiful. He let the hair down too.
Bro, name another person, sans maybe Legolas, who's over just hundreds of years old, that's looking as good as Geralt.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I think we should take it away with numero un.
I think so, and this is not a unison one, but I love others' opinions because this is one you kind of just got to watch the show to understand.
I was there for it.
Yes. For Altered Carbon, we got Kovacs. And, dude, Kovacs was awesome. That character was so cool. He was just out there just dominating everything, beating everyone up, just big daddy vibes.
Season 1 Kovacs was the move.
I mean, we didn't even watch season 2.
For a reason.
Yeah, so we talking. I hope everybody knows which Kovacs we talking about because there's only one Kovacs. Yeah, that's only one Kovacs that really matters. And he was just amazing. So
man, when I saw Kovacs, I was like, this dude looks cool. I mean, he's all right. This winner right here is more for attitude than anything else. Right. He carries himself like a G. He comes in there and lets you know whatever. He played people left and right. He was so manipulative, gaslighting, that I was like, man, this is great. You know women love gaslighters, and I did too. And he was just going around doing things. He was smart, intelligent. He was solving mysteries. He was getting things done with not only his fists, but his words. How else could you rate someone as the best daddy of the year without charisma? That's what I'm saying.
Yes. All around 10 out of 10.
Kovacs, legit.
Now, I
Hit
don't
me
remember who took it away last year.
Oh,
But I
that
think
was
it was
Zuko.
Was it Zuko?
Oh,
Zuko and
I think-
Martha took away our Wifey and Daddy awards last year.
I was trying to argue Method Man Terrence from the Teenage Bounty Hunters last year. He was definitely a solid number 2, but Zuko
my
definitely
God.
deserved it.
You had Jonas at your 2 last year, buddy.
Sure, I did. I think Kovacs might beat Zuko.
I got
think he
Kovacs,
does,
man.
honestly. I think Kovacs
Yeah.
does beat Zuko.
I got Kovacs, but I don't have anybody over Martha, though.
Me neither.
No.
So
You're
that's
not beating me.
that's the top pairing of the world is Kovacs and Martha.
Kovacs.
Sorry, Jonas.
Jonas is like,
You're
I can't
getting
fight him. I
stolen.
can't do it. I gotta deal with it.
Scott Pilgrim comes out of nowhere. I gotta fight him.
Oh, man. So that's
Girl comes out. You know what, Yaskier? I also fucked Ramona Flowers.
yeah, that would be shook. Scott's gonna be, he's gonna be shook right there.
Dude, yeah. Geralt takes the fucking potion shit. Oh, dude, he's done
I think
for.
that's actually Shook One's part 3.
Sure was. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of crooks, we gotta go negative
this one.
again before we
Take this
finish
one,
it up.
Reek.
We gotta go worst characters, and I already talked to you guys a little bit about this guy. He's our 3rd place finisher, 2nd runner-up, however you want to say it. Simp Turner. Listen here. All right, I'm gonna keep this short and
Listen
sweet.
here.
Look here. Listen. This dude is the biggest fucking loser I've ever seen. And I went to high school with some fucking losers. I won't drop any names. But if you hear this, it's probably you. And this dude, Simp Turner, ran around the streets saying, "Ma'am, may I please have but one crumb?" And the funniest part was, they didn't even let him get close enough to even see if there was a crumb. He was 13 yards away with a sniper scope trying to see if there was any crumbs out and about. But there was none for him.
He had the binoculars.
Because he's a fucking loser. If you like Simp Turner, then you yourself are a loser. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well done. Well
That's
done.
money.
Runner up, we got from Squid Game, annoying chick, aka Sig Pussy, I think is what they called her. Yeah,
That's our official
this-
for shoot name on the graphics, the credits.
Oh well, there you go. Anyway, there's no explanation needed, dude. She was terrible. Like, if anybody watched that and liked her, I would genuinely like to have a conversation with you, and just make sure you're okay in the head, because dude, this one was terrible. Not the worst character, and there's nobody that can touch the worst character. But yeah, dude, she was terrible.
Well, of course, like we said, not the worst character. And you know what? I'm going to try and keep it short and simple here, too. I can't sound off too much on everybody. But our worst character of the year, by a landslide, because no one can touch him, is Mr. John Crease from Cobra Kai. Who
yourself.
thought
Fuck yourself.
it
Fuck
was
yourself.
a good idea to put this man in this show? Who
And have
thought...
such a pivotal role.
What?
Yes.
Who thought that it was a good idea to bring back one of the worst characters from the movie that nobody liked? All right, everybody already hated him, said, "Get off my screen." And then they brought him back and they said, "Yeah, he's here the whole season pretty much." You guys suck.
It's a good thing we can't repeat characters, because he'd probably be our worst character next year too.
Well, you know
Well,
what?
He can stay the reigning champion.
We're gonna
Yeah,
find
he will
out.
be
We're gonna
reigning
find
champ.
out. But
Yeah, but dude, oh my goodness, I would say real quick.
no, go ahead. I'm done. You know what? I'm done.
Real quick. That was the first show we watched, and I said after we watched that is gonna be the worst character of this year, and it was, because man, nobody beats Crease,
Nobody.
and I mean that in the worst way
And we
possible.
mean ever, because our last year winner is getting beaten by him.
Oh yeah, sorry, Meacham.
Meacham, sorry, dude. We hated you. We hate this dude more. Somehow,
Yes.
the Adam Sandler award for the most hated character goes to
That's right.
fucking Crease.
This guy.
Yes.
For the main event of the evening, which will be firing off lightning-based round until we get to, I say, the top 5-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I would have taken the first one because this is the one I argued for. We got Dipper. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't even say what we're doing. This is our best characters list
Best
from last
characters, baby.
Yes.
You may remember this because it took us an hour and a half to do it.
Yes,
Yeah,
not this
not
year,
this
baby.
year.
We're back and better.
So, to start off the best characters list, we're giving you a top 25 collective as a unit that we discussed and created with our number one, who will go against our last year's number one, Uncle Iroh.
It's going to be tough.
Yes.
Yes, it'll be. So, starting off at 25, I have Dipper Pines from Gravity Falls. Now, Dipper was, I think, the most standout character from Gravity Falls in the sense that he went through a great journey to become better. You know, he became more of a man. He found out this and that. He had to ask out his girl. It was great to see him change throughout the show. He wasn't a static character, unlike a character from Gravity Falls that we have much higher.
That's
Fair
true.
enough.
All right. Eli, you got this one, buddy.
No, you take it. I'll take the next
All right. This next one, we were unsure if we were going to fit this one in here, but we got good old Jaskier from The Witcher, all right? And to be honest, some of it is a little bit of a carryover from season 1, which we never officially did on pod, but it helped him a little bit because he did not have as much of a mainstay in season 2. However, every time this man shows up, it's entertaining on TV to watch. There's nothing this man does that's bad. He's funny. He's got a great voice. Joey Beatty, you're awesome. We love you.
100%. At 23, we got Kuroko from Kuroko no Basket, a.k.a. Kuroko's Basketball. Main character, Jason Williams archetype. There really wasn't much to dislike. I mean, he's just not really much of a character. He's just kind of there.
He's
And
a
he
quiet
disappears. He disappears, not no pun, but he just kind of he's just there. But he's a great character just for being himself.
He's enjoyable.
Now I'm gonna have to grab a back-to-back real quick right here. But at
Ooh.
22,
No, you know what? That's fair.
we got Wanda Maximoff from WandaVision. I loved WandaVision. I thought after the first 2 episodes, that show was so impeccable and so fantastic. I love the characterization of Wanda. I loved how they did her throughout the whole show, and they made her have a great journey that capitulated with her accepting what happened to Vision. And I thought that was great, and that's why we had her at 22 in the year. At 21, we have Beth Harmon from Queen's Gambit. I thought Beth was a great character because we see her journey from young child who's traumatized orphan to master chess player, the number 1 player in the world, one of the first, I think the first female to be claimed that title.
Yep.
It was great. I loved when she was popping horse tranks left and right, and I loved when she got off the horse tranks and she still was able to win by doing what she did as a child on the roof. It was great. And so that is why I had Beth at 21.
Absolutely. I agree with
I'm gonna
that.
steal this one real quick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get this, Eli.
At number 20, coming in also number 1 on a different list that will never be beaten ever in the history of mankind, we got the Weasel at number 20 on the best characters and number 1 in our hearts, and also on the best meme characters of all time. So the Weasel, although we don't get him much, makes Suicide Squad 2 for any viewer with a brain. Because man, was the Weasel awesome. The Weasel, top tier. Top bins, top tier. Not much else to say. The character design was amazing. The character himself just licking the windows.
When's the last time you called someone a window licker?
Never, because that sounds too much like another word.
But man, was he amazing.
We love the Weasel. All right. I got this one at 19, right? At 19, we got our boy, Castiel from Supernatural, who, of course, didn't make his first appearance until the seasons we started watching this year. Now, the only reason that Castiel did not make it higher on this list, in my personal opinion, is because he has some off seasons. And that's probably not his fault. That's really the writer's fault. Because, what's his name? Gosh dang it. What's his name?
Dean, Sam.
No, the
Misha
actor.
Collins.
Bob.
Misha Collins.
Oh,
Dang,
Misha,
I'm so
Misha, yeah.
stupid. Misha Collins is awesome, dude. Misha Collins might be the best actor in that show as a whole. And that's not even, I feel like
That's pretty for Trusky.
that's just understandable. Misha Collins is so good as Castiel, and realistically, after he had a couple of those down seasons, he started to bring it back at the end, bro. Season 11, Misha Collins playing as Satan, elite acting right there. That is why Castiel had to make our top 25 list.
Exactly. Eli, would you like to take this one? I'm gonna probably grab another back-to-back.
Yeah, I could see that. 18, we have Ryuk from Death Note. Dude's just vibing, always eating apples, training up light, telling him how to do his work. Hey, he's a great secondary character.
Sarcastic as all can be.
He's a great familiar. It's just following around, as a kind of spirit, just helping the main character. And it's just awesome to see. Character design as well on this one was great.
Oh, absolutely.
Even in the movie, man. Even in the movie, that's one of the good things they did was get his character pretty good.
Agreed.
So, yeah, big ups to Ryuk.
Ryuk, fantastic.
So, I get a double duty again, because these are characters that I argue to go pretty high. At 17, I have Mark Grayson, a.k.a. Invincible, from the cartoon of the same name, Invincible. Man, I really enjoy a good young adult superhero finding his path, and I don't think there's one better in a show that's as mature as Invincible. It's not Spider-Man, it's not, things like that where they're acting like it's a child's show, it's a cartoon for kids. This is the cartoon for adults that you've always wondered. What would Peter really be doing if he was banging Mary Jane? What would he be doing if Peter just punched someone and they fucking died? That's why I loved Mark, because he had to deal with these things, and he had to understand humans, which is a big point of contention between him and his father, who fought it out at the end of the season. Now, speaking of Mark's father, Omni Man, a.k.a. J.K. fucking Simmons, at 16, dude. Is there really a scarier villain than Omni Man this year?
No.
Probably not. This dude does not care if you're human or not. He hates humans so much he called his own wife, who birthed his child, a fucking pet.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is built different, quite literally. He looks like he's made out of granite. He looks like if he punched me without any powers, my head would still explode.
Yeah.
I guess you could say he's... See, that's where Invincible pops up if you're on the YouTube one. Sorry for the Spotify viewers, but...
Yeah, we didn't edit that in anyways.
Hey, I edited that in.
And so that's why the big Omni brother takes it away at 16.
All right, Eli, I'm going to let you get this next one, dog.
All right, 15. We have one of the best character progressions from the season 1 of the show. Obviously, again, was not on our... the first season we all watched off podcast because it came out before we even started this gimmick. We got Siri from Witcher season 2, who had a great character progression and character development, becoming the woman that she is molded to be instead of the young damsel in distress. She's training up to try to impress Geralt, be like Geralt. Just kind of, she wants to be a Witcher at points even. I don't want to spoil too much in the show, but she definitely makes herself as a character this season.
Absolutely, she does. Much improved.
I will go ahead and jump back in again.
I was going to let you take
with
this one.
Static. Once again, I explained earlier when he won our Drip or Drown Award, our Louis Kaufman Award, but this dude is just so swagged out of his mind, and past being swagged out of his mind, he's a great character who deals with some interesting concepts for a cartoon to tackle. One of my favorite episodes from Static Shock was when they talked about gun violence and he had to deal with Richie getting fucking shot. That is crazy to me,
That's bananas for a kid's cartoon.
And that's why he deals with it so well. He talks about it. He goes and does things. He talks to his dad, who's also one of the big OGs of the show. So great. Carl Winslow-esque father. And man, I thought Static killed it. And that's why we have him so highly ranked at fucking 14 of the top 25 of this year.
And that's also, he played ball with Shaq, bro.
That's facts. And, well,
and
I was going to say
Yao
Karl Malone, but, we don't talk about Karl Malone. Yep.
Steve
Tracy
Nash.
McGrady, wasn't he there?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash, yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember no Postman showing up.
Fuck the postman.
All right. Number 13. This one is a personal one for me, sorta. I know that my man Reek loves him too, though. All right. In at 13, we got Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls, right? Grunkle Stan is just the staple kind of slimeball cartoon character that we love. This dude is the biggest cheapskate on the planet. All he does is scam his customers with fake tchotchkes and all kinds of other stuff at the Mystery Shack. But of course, we find out later on, it's all just an elaborate plot to keep people away from the real mysteries hidden in Gravity Falls. This dude has layers upon layers. He is an onion, all right? Also because he stinks, probably. It's mentioned a couple times that he smells pretty bad. But Grunkle Stan, top tier comedy as well. This dude got some knee slappers in it.
Hell yeah. Moving on from that, we got number 12, another Kuroko's characters. We got Kagami, who is kind of the main character of the show, I would say. In a show where they kind of just follow a lot of different plot lines and a lot of different characters, I think he's probably had the most screen time and the most character arcs, I guess.
Yeah.
He's pretty solid. Like, I mean, he's pretty bland for, being in that show, I guess I should say, because a lot of things are very extraordinary, but instead we get, a bland main character. Kagami's still super cool, great to watch on the court, just getting into the zone, playing like Blake Griffin in his prime, playing like Giannis. I don't know.
And he got Alex waiting at home for him.
I'm not going to get into that.
That alone gets him up there on this list, dog. Come on now.
Kagami's dope, though. I do like me some Kagami.
That's fair. All right, I'm going to take this next one here at number 11. I fought for him a lot higher. Wasn't going to happen. It's okay, though. We got, from the original, not no poor Lakeith Stanfield who tried his hardest. We got L from Death Note. All right? In the original show, Death Note, L was just awesome. All right? He's a weird little dude, don't get me wrong, but he was smart. He was clever. His weird stuff was part of what made him so good. Nobody does weird like L does. And for some reason, it's very likable. I don't know what it is about it that's likable, but every time he do something else that's kind of weird, you're like, you know what? I think that's okay. It's going to be fine this time. And then, R.I.P. to my mans, not to spoil too much if you haven't seen it for some reason. But up until then, he was a very strong, important character in that show, and I absolutely love this dude, L.
I'm jumping in at 10. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you are.
Top 10, we've crossed the threshold into greatness for this year. Almine from Kuroko no Basket at number 10. Why Almine? Man, if you've ever played basketball in your life, you thought you were Almine. You wanted to be Omni Man.
Hell yeah.
This dude's got the dribble moves, the hops, the athleticism, the dunk. He can play with his eyes closed, and he would still be better than you. So that's why I think Almine is one of the coolest ones out there. And not only that, he's down to get violent. When his friends are getting threatened, you know what Almine does? He squares up, knocks his dude out with one of Mike Tyson-esque right. What more could you want from someone than someone who will stand up for you, does what he does greatly, and loves to hang out with his friends, even though he tried to act like he didn't. Man, Almine to me was a standout from the show. He's always been one of my favorite characters, and he's definitely one of my favorite characters of the year at number 10.
Shout out.
Tristan, take it away.
I'm going to take it away. My boy is back, all right? We love him. You heard his name already a couple times. He's back again. At number 9, we got Johan with the turtleneck, all right? This dude was just too icy, too cold, too ridiculous to not be this high on the list. You know what I mean? As great a villain he was just a great character. He had so much mystery about him, so much intrigue to him, that we were just trying to figure him out the whole time. Eventually, we started to figure it out, and it didn't make it any worse, Even as bad as it might have been. This dude was just too drippy, too icy, too just smooth with everyone out there. I mean, he's such a likable character inside the show. Maybe you don't like watching him, but like inside the show, he's just too suave with it. That's why he's up at
that's
number 9.
So that's a great intro to number 8. Being
damn
suave
right.
himself is Kisei. Now, definitely the best basketball player in the show, and let me defend that real quick. You think Omni Man is cool. He's got the dribble moves. He's got literally everything. I give you one perfect copy where I am everyone you've ever met before combined into one character. Now, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and enter the zone on top of that. I am Ultimate Power, the best basketball player, male model, literally undefeated. There's no way any character from that show is better than Kisei. I'm sorry.
It's not going to happen. He's too drippy, too.
So, that was number 8. Now we're getting to number 7. This one's not necessarily as cool, but by God, this dude was one of the greatest humans in a world filled with nothing but devils. Grimmer came in Monster, and from right away you're like, man, I can't trust this guy. There's something going on with him. While there was something going on with him, what was going on was that he was a savior. He wanted to help people no matter what because of all the torture he was put through at 119 Kinderheim, bro. And despite being tortured as a child and trying to be raised as a fucking new Nazi, he still defended everyone, whether it be Dieter, whether it be Tenma, whether it be Anna/Anina, whether it be anyone. He would do anything to save people, which he did in his final moments when he unleashed that devil who he always tried to hold down inside of him to defend his friends. I don't think there's much more you could do to that to earn such a high placement. Grimmer was fucking amazing. Shout out to my boy Grimmer at 7.
Absolutely. Reek, I think I might have to let you take the back-to-back here, honestly.
Well, speaking of drip, speaking of a kind heart, speaking of doing things because he feels like a good guy, Spike went from being a mafia member in space to coming down and being a bounty hunter to clean up the world and make some money, but he's a bounty hunter with a heart. Sometimes he'll let bounties go if he thinks he needs to because they deserve it more. He'll let things happen. He made good friends. He said he hates women, children, and animals, but somehow he ends up being friends with a woman, a child, and an animal. It's because he hates them, because he always feels weird because he had to do bad things in the syndicate. This dude Spike is great. I love his character design. I love anyone who fights Jeet Kune Do, which is Bruce Lee style of fighting. That's why he's one of the best of all time. And not to mention, he had bitches on bitches.
That too. Plus, top tier character development in the show. Honestly.
Oh, for sure.
And now we cross the threshold from 6 to
yes.
5.
Top 5.
Top
Dude,
5.
Is this a strong top 5 we have
strong
this
top
year?
5. Is it? I don't know, because last year we had a strong top 5.
I think if this is a stronger 5, I don't
but
think
not
it's
a
a
stronger
stronger
top
2.
heavy. I agree with that.
We're gonna figure it out though.
We're gonna discuss it. I'm gonna start at 5. I'm gonna let you guys carry it away from here because I think any of us 5 can take any of these 5 characters being as strong as they are.
I'm not taking 2.
Number 5, based on I probably enjoyed him. Well, I don't know. I had him higher than everyone else, but that's just based on season 1. We got Geralt from Witcher.
Geralt
season
of
2, I guess
Rivia.
technically we watched. What did you just say?
Geralt of
Rivia.
Rivia.
It's
Rivia.
It's Rivia.
Come on, man. You can't do that.
Come on,
There's
man.
an R in there.
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
not.
there's not.
I swear.
The R is at the beginning.
Nope. There's no R. Except for at the beginning, yeah.
All right, then.
Geralt. I mean, we already kind of talked about this man a lot, but dude, is he cool. I mean, if it was season 1 Geralt, he'd be much higher, and it sucks that, we have to put him this low, being top 5. But dude, he's just such a cool character. I mean, I would recommend the show just to watch Geralt do cool shit. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna kind of touch on, just based on us talking about him a decent amount today.
I'm taking him again. Vesemir at 4. Now you may say, how is he
Which
a better
one?
Witcher? How does he make it this high? Because we're not counting season 2 Vesemir again. Different guy.
That's Lesamir.
That's a different,
That is
totally
less-
different guy. Like I told you earlier, this dude's amalgamation of everything cool. He's like Dante from Devil May Cry. He's like Spike. He's like a bunch of cool ass characters mixed together into one pot, and he comes out a fucking G. And not to mention, he trained that dude behind him at number 5, Geralt. He trained him to be a G.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, how could you not have him at 4? Because he's a god.
Precisely. Well, let me tell you. Number 3, we got a heater here, boys. We've talked about him already. He's won an award already. It's our boy Kovacs, right? This dude was so strong from start to finish in season 1 of Altered Carbon. This dude did anything you wanted him to, and he did it with no remorse, no regrets, nothing. He just did whatever, bro. Killing people, not a big deal. Fucking bitches, not a big deal either. He just went for it, right? And he was just left and right, going from person to person, finding out the information he needed to know, killing the people he needed to kill. Not exactly with a smile on his face. He was a depressed human being. But he didn't care. He kept trucking along. He did whatever he needed to do. He got the job done, all while being handsome as all can be, bro.
Yep, that's fantastic. I'm gonna take it away at 2 and let Reek finish it out at 1. We've had a 2-horse race here for a while on
January.
best characters list
Since
January, February. Yeah. We had our top 2 pretty quick in the year, and they just never got replaced. And it was obvious for me which one was 1, which one was 2. But man, this was a strong top 2. So at 2, we have Miguel from Cobra Kai, who's not in Cobra Kai anymore. He's in Eagle Fang, but that's a little. Oh no! What's it called? They didn't they disband Eagle Fang?
Nah, it's still Eagle. Oh yeah, it's Miyagi
Is
Fang
it
or some shit.
Miyagi Fang? Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember. But anyway, we got Miguel Diaz, who we haven't talked too much about Cobra Kai, at least the good parts. We talk about Crease. But Miguel is awesome, dude. There's no reason to not like Miguel. If we were talking about a different season Miguel, he might be number 1. But we're talking about season 3 Miguel, who is a little bit weaker, but still a fantastic character. Fantastic at beating up the bullies and the bad guys as the nerdy, not as strong kid defending himself, his honor, and his friends.
He's the comeback player of the year, too.
How much higher can you really get him?
Yeah.
Well, it could have been 1, but
no, there's no way.
We have the god of the new world himself and the god of 2021 for us, Light Yagami at number 1. We talked about him earlier in Best Villains. This dude was so good at losing his mind. I loved watching this character from the beginning. You see him go from a bored high school student who's too smart to a person who is righteous to a person who only accepts his version of righteousness to someone who lost the whole game entirely himself. He lost himself by the time he, won. He was gone. He wasn't worried about cleansing the world anymore. He was worried about keeping people off his tail, and that's what got him caught, was that he wasn't at the top of his game anymore because his game changed. And man, watching his journey throughout the whole show was so good. And the only thing that really hurt it was that last third of Death Note, but that wasn't his fault. That was, those other guys' fault. The other 2 definitely didn't make our list. So, Light Yagami takes away the crown for best character that we watched this year of 2021. Now, here's the question that we have to ask, and I think we all know the answer. Is Light Yagami a better character than Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No. He's not better than Zuko either.
He's not better than Iroh. That's what I have to say.
No. Nope. Iroh is defending champ this year for me.
I think it's got to be, man. Iroh is too good at everything.
He's everyone's father and uncle at the same time.
And he doesn't lose his mind.
He does not. And boy, do I love that motherfucker. Please don't mess him up in the live action.
You are,
gosh.
Oh. We fear.
This dude's so icy that the White Lotus is practically carried by him.
That's for
the
true.
White Lotus is cool because Iroh is in it.
Yup.
Oh, man, dude. What a fucking year we had. What a great year, season, episode, whatever you want to say. We had a great run this year.
This was our first full year, boys.
It is.
Yeah, dude, we appreciate everybody who tuned in for even one episode, man. Like, much love.
I remember last year we were like, man, I don't know. You know how long it's going to take. We had maybe 50 subscribers. Now we're here, 660 subscribers. We have over 6,000 followers on Instagram. We have a YouTube video
7
with almost 20K views, man. What is this?
It's good progress, man. We, like I said, dude, we appreciate everybody who's actually tuned in and listened to us. I mean, we do this for fun, so we just kind of thought this would be a good idea to talk about with friends and people actually enjoy it. So it's awesome, dude.
And man, I love it. It's been a great time to hang out with you guys on here. It's been a great time when we get some fun comments, some people talking shit, some people complimenting. Yeah. I love it all, to be honest. So if you want to say something bad, say it, because we'll reply to it. You want to say something good, say it, because we'll reply to it. We'll reply to everything here.
I love the comments, man. Drop them all.
Absolutely. And so we want to say thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Thank you for supporting the YouTube. Thank you for supporting the brand, man. Just anything we do. Thank you if you're here to listening, watching, Instagramming, Twitter liking, whatever it is, dude. Thank you. TikToking. I don't know what the kids are doing these days. But we will be back here next year, guaranteed. And we will do our 3rd annual Bingies, and we hope they can be as good as this one. So, yeah, man. And we just want to sign off, and we want to wish you guys a happy new year. 2022, let's get this Omicron shit out of here.
No kidding,
honestly, man.
So I want you guys to remember and come back for me, Enrique.
Much love. I've been Eli this year, signing off.
And your boy T-Max is out for the year of 2021.
And I want you guys to remember that we're taking it all over, baby.